Hey guys! So welcome back to my channel. It is Recap Wednesday and I'm kicking things off, of course, with y'all favorite Teen Mom 2. Now, I've been debating if I want to add in Are You the One to the mix. Make sure you leave a comment or give this video a thumbs up if you want me to recap Are You the One. Because the new season did just kick off and I did a couple of episodes before in the past. So let me know if y'all want me to bring them back or not. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this week's episode. Alright, so this week's episode was pretty much what I like to call a bit of a filler episode because there were a lot of things that were kind of like redundant to me as far as like what happened the previous week. So a lot of things in this episode was kind of pretty much filler episodes. So let's kick things off with Chelsea. So Chelsea is pretty much dealing with Aubrey this week and just kind of like she has like this school play that she's doing or some type of recital that Aubrey is doing, and she's just kind of preparing for that. And she, you know, goes to the flower shop, buys her some flowers just to kind of encourage her, and then lets her know if she performs well, you know, she's gonna get an ice cream. And you know, the producers kind of asked Aubrey, you know, who they think is showing up for your recital, your recital or whatever. And Aubrey's like, my mom's gonna be there for sure. Maybe my dad, Cole will be there. And then it's like when she went to her dad, it was kind of like a sense of like she wasn't sure if he was going to make it, because obviously we know in the past Adam has been wishy-washy when it comes to events. So I was kind of surprised when they actually showed her, you know, like taking pictures and stuff at the recital and Adam was actually there. I was like, what? Adam actually came through? Like, shocker, because Adam is like MIA pretty much 99% of the time. Cole's always there because he loves, you know, Chelsea, but Adam's always, you know, it's a hit or miss with Adam. So I was very surprised and shocked to see that he actually came through for his daughter for once. This episode also showcased Chelsea working out with her baby mama. And can I just say, Chelsea is in amazing shape. I know she's like preparing for her wedding in this episode, but mama is looking hot. She is toned fit. She was doing them deadlifts. Y'all know I'm into fitness, so I was peeping Chelsea's game. I was like, whoa, get it, mama. She was doing deadlifts. She was doing, well, she wasn't doing no squats, but she was getting it. And she was working out with Adam's other baby mama, Paisley's mother. Forget her name. But basically, she wanted to come on the show to pretty much set the record straight, because Adam is always lying, of course. And he's basically been saying that he has 50% custody of Paisley. And his baby mama was like, no, I'm gonna talk to Chelsea on the show in front of MTV so that everyone knows that, hello, Adam does not have 50% custody. You know, he sees him, you know, here and there or whatever, blah, 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 blah. He does not have 50%. So she came on the show pretty much to set the record straight, because we all know that Adam is always lying. So it's no surprise that he will lie about that. He always tries to make himself seem like he's just this amazing father. And it's like, dude, stop trying to prove to everyone. I know I said this last week, but it's like, dude, stop trying to prove to everyone how much of an amazing father you are, and actually do the work. Because I'm sorry, but actions speak louder than words, and you need to come correct. If you're trying to prove to America or whoever that you're an amazing dad, you need to show up and actually be there for your kids and do the work. Like, actions speak louder than words. Point blank, period. Stop trying to act fake and phony in front of the cameras and do the work and be a real dad. Period. Alright, so moving on to Kailyn. Kailyn, of course, was also in the episode because it's Teen Mom 2. So the segment on Kailyn was pretty much based upon her, you know, trying to finish her degree or whatever for college. You know, she's trying to get to school, trying to get through school and be, you know, a mama at the same time. So we kind of see V and Joe help her out and just kind of take on the role of watching Isaac a little bit more. Obviously now they have 50-50 custody, and Joe's a great dad. He's always there for his kid. And, you know, he's kind of taking the responsibility of holding down the fort a little bit more and going above and beyond to help out Kailyn even further by watching Isaac more so why Kailyn and stuff is at school. So she's kind of dealing with, you know, getting back into the groove of going to school. And then, of course, she's on the flip side dealing with the divorce and everything with Javi. We kind of saw a little bit of insight with Lincoln and Javi's relationship and how they interact on the phone with Kailyn and everything. You know, Javi called in and Skyped in to speak to Isaac. And basically why this conversation was going on, Kailyn was pretty much already fulfilling the role of like someone who is co-parenting, basically already acting like a co-parent towards Javi. There's no love there. She's pretty much short with him, and it's like during this time frame they're pretty much separated. So it's like if you have the smallest percent of chance of getting back with your man and, you know, making things better, you know, if you really wanted to do that, you would. But it's like you're so short with him, you know, only letting him speak to the kids and just, you know, things of that nature. That's pretty much showing to Javi, as well as telling yourself that you don't want nothing to do with this man and you're pretty much ready for that divorce. I don't think there's going to be any repairing this relationship, because if, like I said, if Kailyn really wanted to get back with Javi, she would. But like I said, she's already acting like basically a co-parent. Like here, you know, giving the phone to Lincoln, like here's daddy's calling, you know, talk to daddy, and then like saying like 2 words to him, and then that's like the end of the combo. So you can pretty much tell that Kailyn's basically done. And it's sad because, you know, I do want to kind of see them work things out, or I did kind of want to see them work things out, but things have just gotten so bad between them. Like, obviously this was months ago when this was actually filmed, but we already know that they don't end up working things out. But we could pretty much see why, because Kailyn fell into that role of co-parenting real quick, and she was real quick to cut him off. There's also, of course, been all type of speculation that Kailyn has cheated and things of that nature on Javi. So I'm not really surprised. She has guys, like she's bringing all type of guys around her sons and her kids. And it's like she just don't care. Like, you know, she calls these guys friends or whatever, but we don't really know who they are. Like, low key, we don't know who these guys are. And that's between her and, you know, who she decides to actually reveal to us in the TV world. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors in actuality. We just know that Kailyn is being short with Javi, and she's, you know, falling in that role of being a co-parent, which basically means she had no interest whatsoever on repairing things with him, period. Alright, so getting to little Miss Jenelle, my favorite character on the show. We saw her go back to court again. No surprise, Janelle's always in court. Doesn't matter, you know, what season it is. Jenelle always has some type of court case. And this time, of course, it is with dealing of the custody of Kaiser. So she is in so she went to court with Nathan over Kaiser, her and David, and we kind of see her fighting with David in this episode, which is no surprise because Jenelle cannot hold down a man. She's always fighting with him. She's constantly fighting with whatever. Every time, you know, within every single season that Jenelle has had a man, which has been every single season. There has never been a season where Jenelle has been single. No shade, I'm just saying. She's always fought with her man. Like, that's just what happens with Jenelle. Like, every single season, every single man, she's fighting with them. So we saw her fight with David in episode number 1, and they were fighting over pretty much the situation with Nathan. They went to court or whatever, and they did grant Nathan like 50% custody, and she's like, he has like a certain number of weekends that, you know, she can see him, or that Nathan can see Kaiser rather, and that she can see Kaiser. So they're trying to like dispute or discuss, you know, that whole situation, who gets Kaiser which weekends, blah 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 blah. So they go into that whole spiel, And Nathan's like pretty much talking about how Jenelle is like such a bad mom and, you know, all this, that, and the third. But at least Jenelle got the right equipment to take care of Kaiser. Like, she got a car seat. She got all the, you know, she got a high chair, whatever you need to take care of a baby. She got all that. And Nathan apparently doesn't have that stuff. But they still granted him, you know, the 50% custody. Also, what the heck is going on with Nathan's hair and Janelle's eyebrows? Like, come on now. I know they ain't got no stylist or whatever because it's a reality show, but Nathan's hair was just looking all type of like, ugh. And Janelle's eyebrows was looking, yeah. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. So Nathan did end up winning 50% custody, and now they're really trying to just kind of work out the little details of who's going to have Kaiser which weekend, and, you know, all this, that, and the third. And then, of course, Janelle's still struggling with managing to get Jace and having him spend time with Kaiser as well in the midst of all this. So, you know, Janelle's problems are always just messy. Always just messy. Always just messy. Alright, so moving on to Miss Leah, last but not least, or whatever the saying is. So in Leah's little segment, we kind of see her dealing with Alia and, you know, just her struggles with her being in a wheelchair and what it's like to really just kind of be her mama. The doctor is, of course, saying that they want her to use her power chair a little bit more around the house, because right now she's kind of using it more so at school, but the doctor wants her to kind of use it a little bit more around the house and things of that nature because she is falling a little bit more. And then he also wants her to like wear a helmet and things of that so that she doesn't hurt herself when she falls. And, you know, Leah's just kind of like agreeing with him, like, yeah, okay, let's go for it, let's do it. And then there's Corey and Miranda, who just kind of Corey has kind of always been like sort of against the whole wheelchair thing. I think in his mind he's just kind of more so believing that one day Alia can, you know, get up and do things herself, and that her disability won't affect her in the long run, and he wants her to have strength and to be able to pull from that strength, rather than rely on, you know, modern medicine or, you know, the wheelchair in order to get things done. And you know what, to be honest, I kind of agree. I kind of side a little bit more with Corey on that because, you know, the doctors will tell you anything, but, you know, sometimes you just kind of have to have your own faith and, you know, believe within yourself. You know, you don't always have to listen to 100% of what the doctor was saying or is saying. So if honestly, if I was Corey and Miranda and, you know, I had a kid with a disability like Alia, or Aaliyah, however they pronounce it, I would probably more so, you know, I would let her use the power chair at school, but I don't know if I would necessarily encourage it at home, unless I felt like she, you know, really, really needed it, because, you know, her muscles might get stronger if she is, you know, walking on her own and doing things of that nature, versus if she's, you know, always constantly using that chair, you know, her muscles might get even weaker over time. But anyway, that's just my thoughts, my opinions. You can agree with them or not, but, you know, to each his own. Corey and Miranda also kind of went into how, you know, they're not showing their kid on the show, and how, you know, Miranda as her mom, you know, she doesn't want her on the show or anything of that nature, which I totally respect. I totally, you know, can get with, because it's a lot being on TV, and I can imagine that the kids go through a lot, like when they're in public and things of that nature, like, oh, you're such and such from Teen Mom, you know. So I can understand why they don't want their child on the show. I actually kind of really like Corey and Miranda. Like, I never said that, but I really kind of do like. I value a lot of the things, or I value a lot of the same things that they do, and think the same way that they do towards a lot of issues regarding the show. But anyway, so another thing within the show with Leah's segment was that Addie's father is away. You know, he's doing some work or whatever, and he did FaceTime Addie and, you know, just kind of talk to her for a little bit and things of that nature. And the thing to me is it was really weird last week's episode when Leah got like really, you know, strange when she was just kind of talking to Addie about how her dad was going to be away and how she was going to have to be really strong and, you know, all this, that, and that, and all this, that, and that, or whatever. And when she was doing that, I was just thinking to myself, like, okay, she's 3 years old. Does she really understand what's going on? And the reason why I felt so weirded out, I put 2 and 2 together this week. The reason why I felt so weirded out is because Leah had an issue when Jeremy was always away with working. Hence, one of the main reasons why they would fight and they got a divorce. If y'all remember, when Leah and Jeremy were married, Jeremy was gone a lot of the times, and she was constantly, you know, oh, why can't you take jobs closer to home? Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? And Jeremy's a worker. You know, he got to get his work on. He got to make that money, you know, whatever. He's not relying on Teen Mom 2 for his sole income like a lot of the other people are regarding the show. No shade to that. I'm just saying Jeremy is, you know, he's got his own thing going. He likes to work, and, you know, he likes to get jobs. So he takes the jobs where he can get them. Now, this is all fine and dandy, but Leah has always had a big problem with that. Always. And, you know, I kind of felt like in this episode she was like rubbing the issues off on Addie. And she's just kind of like, I don't know why he's not FaceTiming her more. I don't know why he's doing this, that, and the third. And it's like, Leah, take a freaking chill pill. Jeremy's only going to be gone for like freaking 2 months. You act like he's going to be gone for 2 years. He's got a job. He's trying to get the job done. Let him get his job done so he can support his kids, support his family, and do what he needs to do. Like, stop beeping and getting mad all the time that he's gone. Like, shut the freak up. Like, I mean, like, for real. It's like, take a chill pill, let him go off and do his thing. Stop always sweating him. This ain't even your man no more, and you still just kind of like, oh, how come you're not there for Addie? Da 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 da. She's 3 years old. She sees Daddy on the phone. He's, you know, reaching out to her, trying to spend time with her or whatever, at least via the phone. He's making contact. It's not like he's gone away and, you know, he's a bad father or something like that and he's making no contact with her whatsoever. He's still contacting her. He's still reaching out to her. Like, shut up. Stop, you know, getting angry and mad at him all the time just because he's trying to get his work done. Like, shut up. Sorry, but I felt so annoyed when she was doing that, and I'm just kind of like, take a chill pill. He's trying to get his work done. Like, he's gone for 2 freaking months. You know, you act like he's gone for like 2 freaking years. Chill out. Take a chill pill. Relax. It's gonna be alright. Addie's gonna be okay. Like I said, she's 3 years old. She probably halfway even understands what's going on anyway. She'll be alright. Alright guys, so that's pretty much what's down this week in Teen Mom 2. How did you guys think the episode went? What are your thoughts and opinions on what went down with Leah and Jeremy? Or how are you feeling about Jenelle and Nathan? Leave me your comments and your thoughts in the section below, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Ciao!